Our core are Nexus 7018s. Don't lift them by yourself, kids. Question 1, should we use VDCs to create user data center and broadcast segments with a heavy firewall between for protection? So we're splitting up domains here. We're doing some segmentation. Or would we be better off with microsegmentation? So VDCs and then some big honking firewall to arbitrate the traffic between, or go the microsegmentation route. Not that microsegmentation has much to do with Nexus 7018 specifically as such, but it's kind of an interesting design question. Thoughts?
I think that if you can afford the technologies that enable microsegmentation, that's going to take you a lot further, because there's just so much more flexibility in that approach.
Yeah, it would depend a lot on the compute environment, I think, if you're running some form of hypervisor or something like that. So doing VDCs would be a first good step, but you would still be able to reach, if you're in the same subnet, you would be able to talk between servers and so on, unless you put a firewall on the server. So you won't get all the way there just using normal segmentation.
Yeah, you end up with 3 segments instead of more or less host-based segmentation. So you're right, you got a lot less granularity with the VDC approach. But it's not I don't know, it's a different management style. I don't like a heavy firewall approach, though. I'm just thinking about this. I mean, to me, that's a dead way to go about things. It doesn't scale. You end up with this big, ugly policy that's never right. You end up being in a position sometimes where you're trying to just make things work, and you end up having to put in some rule in this, in the big honking firewall policy that's letting more traffic through than you want, because you've got to get something done because of a deadline, and no one can give you the exact answer to get the thing opened up properly. Microsegmentation gives you a lot more granular flexibility, as Daniel and Jed pointed out, and you get a central manager, so you can write policies generically. So you've also got better management, especially if the workloads you're dealing with, you can tag appropriately and so on, so that they fall into your policy engine in a logical way. I think you end up in a better place ultimately. It's a different way to go about the ops, and there's a cost involved there, right? Microsegmentation's not free. And I don't know if the points come up yet, but Daniel, I think we were talking about before we started the clinic, you need to have maybe a hypervisor that can support that. Say you wanted to go VMware with NSX, you need to have hypervisors that can deal with the microsegmentation, or you're bringing in a whole other product like Illumio. Again, not free.